Dependence is not just all or none. It's on a continuum as much as blood pressure. If you go to your doctor and he or she diagnoses hypertension, doctor would also like to know what is the blood pressure actually. Is it a severe hypertension or a light hypertension? And the treatment would be tailored thereafter. And that's the same with dependence to alcohol or amphetamine, or in this case, nicotine. You may be lightly dependent throughout your life because of you have a good life with a lot of resources and other reinforcers and good genetics. Contrary to that, there are also people who have bad genetic profile. They get extremely dependent, and it is also then extremely difficult to give up. And I dare to say, I think that if you on my scale, Fagerstrom test for nicotine, for test for cigarette dependence, if you get a score of 9 or 10, which only 4 or 5% of the population have, it is extremely near difficult to quit. And that opens up then, should we say, okay, sorry for you, or should we then try to reduce the harmful effects? It is also so that a heavy dependent smoker doesn't have the same risk to die from a tobacco-related disease than a light dependent. The stronger the dependence, the stronger the probability that you also will die. And in average, every long-term smoker, every second long-term smoker will die from a smoking-related disease. That figure is much higher if you are very strongly dependent, and lesser if you are less dependent. So from a clinical point of view, I wanted to know, and with a heavy dependent smoker, you need more support over longer time. You need definitely nicotine replacement in higher doses for longer time than if you are more lightly dependent. It is not so that everyone does need help. Many people are actually able, which also happens with alcoholism. As people grow older, they usually find a way to get out of the alcoholism, and the same here. But it's more likely for those less dependent than high dependent. And usually it's very rare to succeed with the very first attempt you make. So usually you succeed after some 4, 5, 6 attempts or so. But if you can get some good help, it can also be web-based nowadays, of course, interactive. That increases your chances to give up also earlier in the process, so you maybe not need the 5, 6 attempts, but can do it with the second attempt, for example. The same medicine, the same treatments, just in more higher intensity. That's what we have. We do not have different treatments for high and low dependent smokers.